I'm very pleased to be here tonight. I am Andrew Fuhrman and my wife Roxanne. I come here not because I wanted to, but more because I had to. When I was a little boy, I asked my grandmother, who was David Breuer, if we had relatives living in Europe, and she cried.
Okay, I will translate. Andrew hovorí, že on nie že chcel prísť, ale on musel prísť. Pretože keď sa pýtaš starej mamy, že či mám nejakých príbuzných v Európe, tak ona nebola schopná nič povedať, len plakala.
Years later, I think I asked her again, and she told me that all of her family came over before the war, but apparently a lot of the family was lost during the war. In fact, all of her family, she believed, was lost during the war.
No neskôr sa tiež spýtal a ona zase si myslela, že vlastne všetci zomreli v Európe, čo žili.
And she was very sad because she had such a large family and they had been in touch before the war, stayed in close touch.
No, ona bola veľmi smutná, pretože pred vojnou boli, veľká rodina to bola a boli v kontakte. Teraz stratila úplne kontakt.
In 1985, my older brother Robert and my father came to Hungary.
Chlapci, 3 sekundy, lebo nepočujeme díky.
No, jeho starší brat Robert v 68. prišiel s otcom do Maďarska a hľadal rodinu.
To try to find out if there were any surviving family, and they couldn't make contact with anybody. And my father had grown up as an only child, and very few relatives on his mother's side, and none on his father's side.
No, jeho otec bol sám, ako dievčáčik a vyrastal veľmi malý. V rodine nemal ani z otcovej strany, z matkinej strany mal malý.
So when I learned some years ago that we had family living here, I was of course touched and wanted to come meet you.
Keď pred pár rokmi zistil, že má tú rodinu, tak bol veľmi dojatý a povedal si, že musí prísť a spoznať.
And to explain that my grandmother and her mother and my father missed you, missed knowing you, and would have liked to know you.
Bola by veľmi šťastná, keby vedela, že sme tu v takom veľkom počte.
And my father was very much a family man and had 3 boys and many grandchildren and great-grandchildren, but he would have especially loved to have come here to have known his mother's family because he was a mama's boy and he was very close to his mother and he would have done anything he could to know you.
Z otcovej strany mali veľa, teda otec mal rodinu a starých vnúkov a vnúčky, ale on chcel z maminej strany, pretože on bol mamin synáčik, hej? Takže on chcel poznať rodinu. Jeho otec, on bol sám, otec bol jedinec.
To digress just a little bit, during World War II we had 17 family members serving in the United States Army and Navy, fighting in Europe and in the Pacific for the liberation of Europe. We lost at least 6 members in the war, and the others came back, and we've had a pretty calm life in America. But I'm very pleased to know that we still have relatives here in Europe.
Mnohí z členov ich rodiny zomreli vo vojne, počas druhej svetovej vojny, bojovali tu v Európe, oslobodovali európske krajiny, no a mnohých teda zabili. Takže
And just to impose upon you just a little more, I met Roxanne 33 years ago on a job interview, and I married her. We live near Annapolis, Maryland, half an hour from Washington, D.C.
Ja chcem predstaviť svoju manželku, ktorá pochádza z Filipín, ale zoznámili sa v Kalifornii a je to, kde bola zamestnaná v jednom hoteli a on tam išiel ako fotoreporter.
We worked together for 20 years. We owned a photographic laboratory, went back to college. I'm now a software engineer. Roxanne is a property manager at the United States Patent Office. And we're pleased to be here. In a nutshell.
No, asi 18 rokov mali svoje laboratória, fotografické laboratória, ale potom tie digitálne systém ušiel do teda následne, tak potom začali obidvaja ešte študovať a teraz mi pomôžte, pretože neviem tie profesie, inžinier, ona je stavebný inžinier a
aplikovaný telekomunikačný informačný
technology. Patent trademarks, you know, like inventions for U.S. or inventions around the globe. They make
aplikované informačné technológie.
Áno, hej, a Andrew, once more, please tell.
And I went back to school, studied software engineering. And I work on the healthcare system in the United States.
Softwarový inžinier.
You work with computers?
Yes.
No, this is in our family. Very often.
And last but not least, I claim my place as a Breuer.
Breuer. Teda prvé a posledné je, že on je pyšný, že je Breuer. Oni povedia Breuer.
Breuer.
So, thank you very much.